Hi, my beautifuls. Today we're going to be talking about raising a Virgo child and what you can do to optimize the experiences, what you can do to get the most out of your child. Raising a Virgo child is very, very different from any of the other zodiacs, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. So if your child was born between August the 22nd and September the 22nd, that month period, then you are raising a Virgo. So as we know, Virgo is ruled by the planet of Mercury, the planet of thought and communication. And these little Virgo children, they are deep, deep thinkers. So let's look at some common traits of a Virgo child. They are, like I said, they're very thoughtful and observant. When they notice something, they're going to think about it, analyze it, and put it into a particular box in that beautiful, brilliant mind of theirs. And they are also quietly perfectionists at heart. They might not always say that, but they like order. So you might see your Virgo child placing something very strategically into a box. And they can also be very sensitive to noise and chaos and conflict that could really make the anxiety levels rise. So if there's loud music or something that's not a good environment for a Virgo child, they like quiet spaces. And they, like I said earlier on, they're very precise when they play. So they're the ones always sorting their crayons by color or by size. But they are very, very caring. So they notice when you're upset as their caregivers or their parents. And when they do get something wrong, they need that little reassurance when they have done something wrong, because they are very cautious with who they trust, and they normally lean into those spaces just for a little reassurance. Everything is going to be okay, especially when they think they've done something wrong. So let's have a little look at what the Virgo child absolutely enjoys and what they thrive on. The number one thing that I've noticed with Virgo children is they love alone time. They love playing alone. They love thinking puzzles, drawing, that sort of analytical playtime. They love things like that. So anything with a clear beginning and an end. Okay, so if you start here, you're going to finish here. Virgo children absolutely love that. And they also like learning through structure and order. So they like knowing this is how this works and this is why. So simple fact-based books and puzzles, that's sort of their jam. And Virgos, like I said, they like helping other people. So get them to help around the house. Give them small tasks like folding the tea towels or doing something in the kitchen. They absolutely love being helpful. And Virgos are earth signs, so we have to take this into account when we think of things that children love. Get them out into nature, parks, gardens, the ocean. Those are sort of the environments where Virgos, the earth sign, they really thrive. And the last thing that I want to share with you that Virgo children really love is they love being taken seriously. Even when the smallest concern is raised, they love it when you listen to them, not trying to interrupt or anything. And when you listen, they tend to blossom. So as a Virgo, I want to share some of the things my parents did that I really appreciated growing up as a Virgo child. The first thing was routine. I really appreciated that my parents had such an amazing routine for all of us children, because that made me feel so safe. I knew what was coming. I knew what to expect. So clear transitions and consistent habits, that for me was a big thing. And another thing that really stood out to me in my childhood was celebrating progress, not just perfection. So often my mom would praise my efforts, because as a Virgo, you can be really self-critical. And as a Virgo child, you often think of yourself like, okay, why did I do that? So praising the progress, like you did really well there, I'm so proud of you, is really great in raising a Virgo. and then letting them help. I was at my happiest when I could help around the house, when I could get a task done. It gave me a sense of accomplishment. So let your little Virgo children help, and encourage them to express themselves through art, through play, and also hold the space for their worries. Because like I said in the beginning, Virgos are critical thinkers. They're always thinking of what is next, how can I solve this, how can I help here. It's a lot about the mind. So even at young ages like 3 or 4, they can often overthink or become anxious. So keep them grounded by holding a space for them and having those open conversations. And I just want to share a couple of don'ts. I'm going to share 3 or 4 with you that I've noticed with a lot of Virgo children and even Virgo adults. It's the same across the board. The first thing is, don't rush a Virgo child. They take time to process. Like I said, they think about things, they are analytical, and just honor their pace. The second thing I want to share is avoid harsh criticism or sarcasm with a Virgo child, because the Virgos internalize a lot. And like I said, Virgo children often they're self-critical, so be mindful of your tone and even in correction when you're teaching them something. And don't label Virgo children as shy or fussy. They are very discerning. They know what they want, so they're not difficult at all. But don't label them as shy or fussy. Try and stay away from that. And don't dismiss their concerns. So often what feels small to us, to a Virgo child, it's huge for them because they feel so deeply and they think about things so deeply. So try not to dismiss their concerns, instead ask open-ended questions and allow them to share with you. And then lastly, I just want to say, don't overlook the emotional world. They might seem fine, but Virgo kids often say, I'm okay, even though they're not. But try and read a bit into them. So if you are a parent raising a Virgo, or you're a Virgo yourself, let me know in the comments if any of this resonated with you. And don't forget to like and share this video with someone who has a Virgo child. Until next time.